Hello everyone, welcome. We are Group 1 and we are here to discuss about distance and displacement.
But first, let us find out what motion is.
Motion. Motion is a change in position of an object with respect to a fixed reference point. It can be described in terms of speed, velocity, acceleration, distance, and displacement.
Numerous people believe that distance and displacement are simply two different names for the same thing. However, they have distinctly different definitions and meanings.
What is distance?
Distance is the total length of the entire path of an object or a person traveled from one to another. Distance is also the amount of space between two things, lines, or points.
Meanwhile, displacement is the distance between where the object or the person started and where it ended. Displacement is therefore a distance measurement and not an end point. Also, displacement is a vector quantity unlike distance.
What is the difference between distance and displacement?
Distance. It is the total length of path moved by an object or a person by moving from an initial position to a final position. Distance is a scalar quantity. It is always positive. It can be more than or equal to the magnitude of displacement. Its magnitude depends on the path followed by the object.
Whereas
Displacement. It is the shortest distance between initial position and final position. It is a vector quantity. It can be positive, negative, or zero. Its magnitude can be less or equal to the magnitude of distance. Its magnitude does not depend on the path followed by the object.
still confused? Here's an example.
In this example, the distance is the blue line and the displacement is the red line. As mentioned earlier, distance is the total length of the path taken by an object or a person. At the same time, displacement is the shortest distance between the initial position and final position. Also, in this example, the initial position is from the letter A and the final position is the letter B.
Example, from the first tree to the second tree, the distance is 4 meters, while the second tree to the house, the distance is 3 meters, and for the first tree to the final point or the house, the distance is 5 meters, so the total distance is 12 and its displacement is 5.
And for the last example, from A to B, the distance is 4 meters. B to C, the distance is 3 meters. And for A to C or vice versa, the distance is 5 meters. So the total distance is equivalent to 12 meters and the displacement is 5 meters. Why? Because displacement is the shortest distance traveled between initial to final point of the traveling object or a person, while distance is the total length of path moved by an object or a person.
Summary of the lesson. Motion is a change in position of an object with respect to a fixed reference point. Along with it, the total length covered by a moving object is called distance, whereas displacement refers to the length of the object's path from its starting position to its final position and the direction of motion. Because displacement has both magnitude and direction, it is a vector quantity, while distance is a scalar quantity.